Happy Tuesday. Good evening, everyone. This is Kelly Wentworth. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Kennebunk, Maine. I want to thank you for joining. Oh, hang on. If you're joining me, say hello so I know you're there. I am just trying to make sure I'm in the feed and setting up everything here. Hello, so I know you're there. Hey Leslie, how are you? Thank you for joining. Hi June. Hey Melanie. How are you? Oh, how warm is it in Arizona, Melanie? I bet it's warm. It got muggy here this afternoon as well. Oh my gosh, 117. Holy moly. I don't think I could do that. I bet you are trying to stay cool. That's hot. It got muggy here this afternoon, and then it just started raining again, so. Hey, Ann. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. So if you're new to my channel, just let us know that you're new so we can welcome you and let us know where you're from. And if you could, please share this video on your feed. If you share the video, please comment in the comment section that you shared, and you'll go into a drawing that I give away something every week. Anne. Oh my goodness. Oh, Leslie, you're in Biddeford. That's close. You're just a hop, skip, and a jump from me here in Kennebunk. Yay! I love that. Yeah, that's way too hot for me too. I'm assuming, Melanie, you have air conditioning all through your house, I would hope. I want to thank you ladies for joining. Oh, I forgot my earrings. Oh, jeez. I feel naked. Just pretend they're there. Oh my gosh. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, we're going to get started. Diane, are you on? My friend Diane? Hopefully she is on. If you are, just say hello so I know you're there. Yeah, you got to have a pool. You got to have water, that's for sure. I have to have a pool, and I'm here in Maine, so I can only imagine. Okay, we're going to get started. So let me get going here. Oh, hi, Diane. Diane, just a reminder, because you and I just talked, you won the drawing last week, my friend. And just to remind you what you earned, this is a new pack of the Perennial Essence Floral Centers. And excuse my nails, guys. I just had to chop them all down. They're cracking and splitting. They're a mess. These are fun. These are great for sunflowers, any kind of flowers. And they have sticky on the back. So, Diane, these are yours. Again, thank you for sharing. That's from last week. That's from the week before. Last week. Hold on. Hey, Kim. Okay, hold on 1 second. I am... Yes, Diane is on. Yay, Diane. Okay, so, okay, so this week, let me just grab it. From last week, these are the Happiness Blooms Enamel Dots. Brand new pack. Beautiful colors. And the winner of that is Ann Paquette. Anne, you're on here, I believe. Thank you for sharing. Congratulations. And tonight, the winner of tonight for sharing, you're going to get the cards that I make. Okay, so the cards that I make tonight will be the giveaway. So, Anne, congratulations. I think you're on. If you are. Hey, Cynthia. Thanks for joining. Okay, so tonight, let's get started. I'm still playing with a lot of these new products, and I'm having so much fun. I am playing with the Beauty of Friendship bundle, and you can find this. Hold on, let me move my stuff around here. It's on page 10 and 11 in the catalog. And if you buy the bundle together, you save 10%. Hey, Jody. Yes, congratulations, Anne. So if you buy these together, you save 10%. And, I've had a lot of fun playing with this bundle. And I hope you like what I have. I will also be using a new embossing folder called Bark. No, actually, I don't know that hang on. Nope, not on this one. I did use it, but not on the cards I made for tonight. So we'll get started. And the first card is this one, and we're using the new in color Evening Evergreen. And I just love the tree die. I mean, it's just, and you can use it just plain by itself. You can add stuff on it. It's just absolutely stunning. So I will put this up here. Thank you, Jody. Good to see you, my friend. So this is a little bit of a fun fold. Just so you know, it's the standard 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4, but I did cut 1 inch off on the end to use the DSP, okay? So, and I already did that just to save time, so let me get my bone folder. So again, standard Evening Evergreen, just 8.5 by 5.5, and then you cut 1 inch off, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put the DSP, this is 1.5 by 5 1/4, and we're going to stick that over there. Let me get the white. Hold on. Let me get my white. This is a little bit long. Going to trim this up a little bit. And this is 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to cover up some of this. So we're just going to glue this down. Yes, so And make sure you send me a private message with your address so I can mail those out to you. And then we're going to take, let me just move this, and then we're going to take the DSP, which is 1.5 by 5 1/4. And this is, let me just show you this paper. I'm using the beautiful Petals Pansy paper. And I'm using the striped one. And I've shown this already. This is beautiful. And I love the gingham. And I'm using the gingham on another card tonight. Absolutely love the gingham. Okay, so we're just going to get that. And we're going to just line that up on your white. And I think it's a little bit, no, it's okay. We're just going to do it that way. Okay, so when you close it, there you go. And then I have another strip of DSP, and this one is a 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. Now, just one little bit of information. You want to make sure if you're using stripes like this that you kind of line it up so it matches. So if you look at this one, you see how I wanted to make sure that that was lined up. If you're using something that doesn't, if you're using DSP that doesn't matter, then that's fine. But if you are using DSP, you probably do want to make sure that you're lining it up. So we want to, and it may be difficult to do depending on where you're, actually, let me try it this way. There we go. Good enough. Okay, so when you open it, then you can put your saying on the inside. Now, I'm going to do a little trick to add the tree. Now, there's different ways you can add this tree. You can just use Tombow glue, or and just dot it. You can use the adhesive paper, which I don't use very often, or you can do this trick. I think you guys have seen me do this before. So I'm going to take some glue, and I'm just going to put it on my silicone mat. This is a must-have in any craft room. And then I'm going to take my handy-dandy little sponge. Yes, Jody and I did a Christmas sampler. Was it a Christmas sampler? Back when? Between both of our groups. And all you do is just lightly tap the back, and this is a great way to adhere the tree. Okay. Let me move that before I get my fingers in it. And then you just kind of line it up where you want it. And it's going to hang over a little bit on the green, which I think is pretty, depending on where you put it. Just hold it down for a second and it will stick really easily. Okay, and now I'm looking at my cards. Actually, I'm still using a lot of the in colors, and I think by now most of you have seen a lot of the in colors, but this is just a little visual of the in colors. These are the new 2021, 2023 in colors: the Fresh Freesia, Polished Pink, Pale Papaya, Evening Evergreen, and Soft Succulent. Okay, and this is just a little design to show you the different colors of our in colors, which I absolutely love this year. Do you guys love our in colors? I think they're beautiful. And which ones are your favorite? Because I'm having a hard time deciding. I love the Fresh Freesia. This one is your polished pink. This one is pale papaya. Evening evergreen over here. And soft succulent. And I dropped my soft succulent on my ink pad. I was so mad. But you get the idea. I know, I got them all and I love them. I love them all. And even the pale papaya, which is a lighter color that I wasn't sure of, it goes so well with so many other colors. But isn't this pretty? To kind of display what the in colors look like. I did the same thing for the 2020 and 2022 in colors. And I'll just quickly show you those. Misty Moonlight, Bumblebee, Just Jade. Aren't these just gorgeous? I don't know how they do it. Magenta Madness, and Cinnamon Cider. Such beautiful in colors. You know, the new ones and the old ones. So I always like to display those and show people those in colors because they're only around for 2 years, but boy, they get used a lot in those 2 years. Soft succulent is so pretty. I agree. I agree. Okay, so we're going to do some stamping. So let me get my mat. And let me get my stuff. Oops. All right, so I'm taking a piece of crumb cake. Now I cut this just, I don't think I mentioned, the tree is cut out in crumb cake. Okay? And I also have a strip of crumb cake. This is 3/4 by 3 1/4 by 1 inch. All right, and I'm going to stamp that in the Evening Evergreen. So let me grab that. I love this Evening Evergreen, and let me tell you, think about Christmas, how beautiful that's going to be. And I'm going to use the Friendships Refresh the Soul. Thank you, Kim. And go ahead and try to center that as best you can. And you always want to use some kind of a mat underneath when you're using photopolymer to make sure that you have a good impression, because the photopolymers don't have the give like the red rubber. And let's bring the card back in. And I'm going to put those up on dimensionals. Pop that up. How are you doing, Kim? Kim, did you see the ice creams that the kids went and got today for their last day of school, my grandchildren? Holy moly. They were so excited. They didn't know where they were going. They just knew that they were going to do something special with their moms after, because they only had a half a day today. And they took them to this place down in Dover, New Hampshire, this ice cream place, and the pictures are on Facebook. Oh my gosh. All right, let's get this off. We're gonna pop this up and just gonna put it over the bottom of the tree, and it is equal to the paper. And then on this one, I'm using those beautiful Genial Gems. These are stunning. Do you see? And I use the green. These are them. I'm assuming that these are soft succulent and pale papaya, but I don't know that for sure. Oh, thank you, Kim. Yeah, the ice cream place is someplace in like Dover, New Hampshire. I think Charisse posted like what the name of it was, but they had so much fun. And there it is. What do you think? And then you can just put whatever. I'm not sure who I'm sending this to, so I'm gonna leave this blank, but isn't that pretty? I absolutely love the Evening Evergreen, and I just think at Christmas time this is going to be like my favorite green. I can't wait to do Christmas cards already and see how that is. Oh, wait a minute, we got to put twine. Now, the other thing we have, final touch, is we have this new Baker's Twine Essentials Pack, and you get 5 different colors, and they are all like everyday use colors. And honestly, twine, guys, is like, I don't know, it's like white cardstock. You got to have it, you know. And this is like a crumb cake, and I'm going to do like a double bow. Okay. And so you just double it up. See. And cut it. And then you just make a double bow. And then play with it to your liking. And I used a glue dot. Let me grab my glue dots. Yes, mint macaron and pale papaya. I actually used those 2 colors, I think last week. I agree, Jody. Beautiful. And I'm going to put a glue dot there. And we're going to put the bow. And then you can kind of trim it, trim the tails a little bit. However long you like them. There you go. What do you think? Wait until you see, Kim, the other 2 cards. I hope that I've inspired you because it makes beautiful, beautiful cards. The dies are to die for, no pun intended. Okay, let's go on to card number 2. And this one is this one. Now, this card reminded me, or some of the inspiration for this card came, I have a tree at the end of my house, on the side of my house, and my kids, all of us, it's like our favorite tree. We planted it, my husband and I, when we built our house many moons ago, and it's a flowering plum tree, I think is what they call it, and it's absolutely beautiful. And this color kind of when it blossoms, it's beautiful. The problem with the tree is it doesn't stay bloomed for long. Like, you know, maybe, I don't know, a couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks tops, something like that. But it's short-lived, but it is beautiful. And so this is what we're going to make next. And what I used on this one, this is a very simple, easy card. So I used the thick Whisper White, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 for the base, so your standard base. And then we did Fresh Freesia, 4 by 5 1/4, and that's going to go on top, which we can do. I was going to do this in a different color because I had the Fresh Freesia, but I really love the Fresh Freesia, so I just stuck with the plan. And right there. And we'll put that aside for now, and then we're going to do some stamping. So, let me move my space here. So, we're going to be stamping, and we're going to be using Crumb Cake and Fresh Freesia. Those are the two colors that we're going to be using. And we'll start out with the trees, which is this stamp right here. And we're going to do 3 trees. You can see that. And this is 3 3/4 by 5, this white layer. 3 3/4 by 5 if I didn't say it. So we're going to use Crumb Cake. And we're going to put one right there. And then we're going to do another one. And I did mine up, like, you know, not moved them up a little bit. So not exactly even on the bottom. And the third one. Okay, so there's that. And then we use this little one, and we're going to do that also in Crumb Cake. I had to turn my fan up, hang on. All right. So there's your trees. Clean that off. Now we're going to bring in, thank you, Leslie, I'm glad you like it. Fresh Freesia. Hold on. And we're going to use this. Now, what I'm going to show you, let me just explain what I've realized in using this stamp set. And I don't know if you can tell on this one, but it almost looks, does it look to you, to me, it looks like I almost stamped off and stamped on. Can you see the 2 different color tones in there? It is amazing how these stamps work. It almost looks like you're stamping off and then stamping back on again to get 2 different color tones. You can see it in this Fresh Freesia, but you're also going to be able to see it in my 3rd card. So we'll see if you agree on how that works. So what I'm going to do is, I'm using the small one. Now let me grab the sets. I just want to show you. This one and this one have the 2-tone effect. And those are the ones I'm going to be using tonight. I have not used these 2 here, but these 2 right here are the ones that show the dual color effect, almost like you're stamping off. And I'm using this one on this card, and I use this one on the 3rd card. So keep that in mind. So what you're going to do is we're going to stamp the, I'm going to stand up. I might get my head in the camera here, but we're going to put the treetops on, and they are going to overlap, and that's okay. Now, I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap, and I'm going to do 2 more. And while I have that out, where is, I'm also going to do the sentiment, which is thank you. Right there. And I am going to bring in my machine briefly, and I'm going to be using this one right here. But can you see the 2 tones in that? So we're going to put this down here. I definitely could have brought in my little one, for sure. Stick that down. Whoop, hang on. Stick that on. You love the color tones, Melanie? Look at how pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? And now what I want you to be thinking about with this stamp set is you could do, in the Christmas time, you could do Christmas trees with this. In the fall, you could do beautiful fall. The DSP that goes with this set is stunning. And it has all different colors for all different seasons. And look how beautiful that cuts out. So we're done with that. I was going to cut those out ahead of time, and I almost did, but okay, so we've got that, and what I'm going to do is these ones that the 2 that I've cut out, we're going to put on the outer sides, okay? What did I do with the other one? Hang on. Oh, there it is. So we're going to pop those up on dimensionals. And give them dimension, okay? I told you last week I have a bunch of dimensionals that need to get used, the edges, and it's perfect for stuff like this. So by stamping them and then stamping them separately and cutting them out, it just gives the card more dimension. There's one. Oh, my nails are all cut down. They're a mess. All right, and then we're gonna pop this one up right there. And see how that just gives the card dimension on that. Now, before I put this on the base, we're gonna take out that twine pack, and we're gonna use the white this time. And we are going to wrap it around. And I wrapped it around a couple of times. And we'll trim that down. This twine pack is a must-have. You will use this so much. And you just kind of decide where you want it or how you want it. And because I'm going to be putting the sentiment on, we'll kind of put it over towards the left. And to make a bow and have it be the right way, do it upside down. That's a little trick. So the bow is going in the right direction. See that? And you can just kind of move it around. And then we're going to layer that on the base. And then I have the sentiment. And you know what? I think I'm going to redo that because I want to be able to put, I did it towards the edge, and I want to be able to do rhinestones on either end. So let me get my stamp pad back out. Being a little picky tonight. This, and I'll do it in the center, a little bit more in the center. That's better. Thank you, Cynthia. I'm so glad you like it. Cynthia, do you have the set? Now on this one, I'm going to be using my rhinestones. Oh, right here. So on this one I used the yellow. I just thought the yellow looked really nice with the, kind of brought out the crumb cake. And then just kind of trim that down. Actually, I'm going to move that over a little bit. Get over there. Oh, for goodness sakes. Let me get another one. There we go. All right, now I'll trim this down. And we'll put that on. We'll use mini dimensionals. It's a thinner, I believe it's only a 1/2 inch, so it's smaller. You don't have it yet? You're going to want it, I think. Was it on your list, or were you thinking about it? Yeah, the trees can be used for, like I said, any season. And the DSP, check out the DSP that goes with this. What do you think? I think it's so pretty. And it's not a difficult card to make. And I just love the dimension on it. Okay, I have one more. And this one is using your favorite colors that I heard. Soft Succulent. Now look at the tree. Doesn't it look like I used 2 different colors on that tree or stamped it twice? That's what these stamps do. It gives the effect of stamping off and using another color. It's beautiful, and I'm going to show you. So we're going to use, let me get my pieces out of the way here. Soft Succulent, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at, 4.25 by 11, scored at 5.5. I went with the hot dog style on this one, meaning it opens up and down, and I didn't put a center on there. And the DSP, I'm using that pansy petal, is 2 by 4.25, and I'm using the gingham. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm gonna put that right there. And you kind of center it. And then I'm going to use the twine again before I forget. So let me get the crumb cake. I think it's crumb cake. And I'm going to wrap it twice. I think twine is such a great alternative. You can use it on almost any card, any cards that we have. And it's inexpensive. And I just love that they did this essentials pack with the different colors, because you can use these on so many different different cards. Again, do it upside down so your bow is going in the right direction. If I can make it here. There we go. Okay. And then just trim it to your desire. Move it around. There you go. Okay. Now, we have another piece of, we have another piece of the Soft Succulent, and this is 3 by 4. And then we have a piece of white that is 3 1/4, oh, excuse me, this is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And the white is 3 by 4, and that's gonna go on here. Okay, and we're going to stamp on this, so we'll put that aside, and I will show you how beautiful the tree, what I mean by that two-tone effect. It's just stunning. Okay, we're going to bring in crumb cake. And we're going to bring in the tree again. And we're going to bring that down about there. Okay. And now I'm going to bring in the soft succulent, which seems to be the favorite from many of you for the new in colors. And now I'm going to bring in the bigger tree. And remember I showed you that there's the smaller one and then there's the bigger one. So the pink one we used, the Fresh Freesia, I used the smaller one. And then this one, I'm using the bigger one. And I'm using these two to get that shading effect, stamping once. Okay? And now look at how that stamp, can you see that on the camera? How it looks like there's two different colors in that. And I'm also going to do, while I have that out, the Thinking of You. I'm going to do that in the soft succulent. Not too bad. Turn it over. Oh, better. Okay, so we're going to take the 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 and we're going to adhere the white to the soft succulent. And then we're going to put this up on dimensionals. Put dimensionals all over my hands here. I'm going to pop that up. I'm so glad I was able to get the 3 cards in tonight. I wasn't sure if I was going to, but these are not difficult cards. Do that. And then we're going to trim this down a little bit. And again, this is just a 1/2 inch. My boo-boo. It was fine. It was just a little bit at the top of the paper. Sometimes it's hard when you're using smaller. Yes, it's exactly the way the stamp is made. It's beautiful. And when I started playing with it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's stunning. It's like stamping off and then stamping back on again. You just go across there like that. And then I use the beautiful Genial Gems in the green this time to accent it. So we're going to do a big one there, and one there. I love these Genial Gems. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? So you can find all these supplies on my website, which is right here. And if you're placing an order with me and you're under $150, I would appreciate you using the June host code, which is right here. If you have any questions on the products, of course, you can reach out to me and let me know. Let me bring in the other cards. We'll put the pink one. If I can find what I did with it. Hang on. Here we go. Which one is your favorite? Do you have a favorite? You will love it, June. The stamp set and the dies are stunning. They're beautiful and they're easy to use. They're not difficult to use. Again, I just started playing with them last week. I'm still playing with it. So, I also, let me show you what else I made. So I made this one. And this is using some of that beautiful DSP, and I used Cajun Craze, which is a color I don't use very often. But when I saw this paper, I thought, oh, Cajun Craze would be perfect with this. So I did this one. And then I did this one also, using the Polish Pink. So I'm still playing with it. I absolutely love them. And you can see I can't get enough of the in colors. I absolutely love the in colors. But I'm hoping that you enjoyed them. I hope I've inspired you. I hope I've given you some ideas. And hopefully you've learned a trick or two or a tip of some sort. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate it. Again, if you share this video, please make sure you comment in the comment section. You will receive a set of these cards as my giveaway. So if you love the cards, there you go. Have a great week, everyone. Thank you.